Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further.
Hi everyone, so today we're going to have a look at square and cube numbers, okay? So square and cube numbers look a little bit like this. Sometimes we've got a 3 above it, which means that it's cube, or sometimes we've got a 2 above it, which means it's square. So it's important to know what each of these means. So let's start with square numbers in our method over here. Square numbers are a number multiplied by itself. So say for example you've got 1 times 1, 2 times 2, or 3 times 3, or 4 times 4. That'd be the square numbers, okay? So to help us out over here, I've given the example of 4 squared. 4 squared is the same as 4 times 4, which equals 16, or it's the same as 16. So 4 squared would be 16. Cube numbers are a number multiplied by itself twice, or itself and itself again. So, for example, 3 times 3 times 3, or 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 cubed, different to 4 squared, would be 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, 16 times 4 is going to give us 64. So 64 would be 4 cubed, or 4 cubed would be 64, okay? The final part of the method says, find the value of the square or cube number before answering the multiplication. You don't want to be trying to work out this one and then say, right, okay, well I've got half of it and then I'm going to try and work it out times by 4 and then times the answer by 4. Let's just set it out, let's annotate on and work out what each of the cube and square numbers are first, and then use that to be able to answer the rest of the question, okay? So, first one, 2 cubed versus 2 cubed multiplied by 3 squared. 2 cubed is the same as 2 times 2 times 2, isn't it? 2 times 2 times 2 is going to be 2 cubed. So, let's have a look. When we multiply something 3 times, what we would do is we'd say, right, 2 times 2 equals 4, 4 times 2 equals 8. So 2 cubed is going to give us 8. I'm going to write that underneath there like that so I can remind myself of what it is. 3 squared is the same as 3 times 3. Okay? So oh my word, that's the worst 8 of all time. 3 times 3 is going to give me 9. Okay? I don't need to then do 2 sets of calculations for that. We know we can work out what 3 times 3 is. 3 times 3 is going to give me 9. So I know 2 cubed is 8 and 3 squared is 9. Now I don't need to set that up in a column multiplication. I know my 8 times tables and I know my 9 times tables. So all I would do here, 8 times 9 is going to give me 72. So 2 cubed multiplied by 3 squared is going to be the same as 8 times 9, which is going to give me the answer of 72. Now that was really straightforward, that one. Those were some really easy numbers, okay? So let's rule that off. Let's go for one that's a little bit more challenging, okay? 9 cubed multiplied by 4 squared, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work out what 9 cubed is. It's cubed, so cubed means you have to multiply it by itself and then itself again, don't we? So we would do 9 times 9 times 9. First step that I'm going to do, 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times 9, I don't know off the top of my head. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up in a column multiplication just quickly. 81 times 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 8 times 9 is 72. 2 goes in. I could carry the 7 at the bottom, but I don't need to. So 81 times 9 is going to give me 729. Okay? So 81 times 9 is 729. I could write it like that, but to be honest, it's easier for me if I just keep it there like that. I've remembered it's 729. And then I'm going to annotate on underneath or over the top or just somewhere so that I can see that 729 is the value of 9 cubed. Then I'm going to have a look at 4 squared. 4 squared is the same as 4 times 4. I don't need to do a column multiplication for 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is going to give me 16. Now, what I need to do is say, right, okay, 729 times 16. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know my 729 times tables. I don't even know my 16 times tables. So now what I need to do is think, right, well, what can I do to be able to answer this question? What I can do is I can write 729 times 16, like times 16, with my place value columns correctly, like this, can't I? And then I can do a column multiplication, making sure that I'm doing a 2-digit multiplication method. So, I'm going to start my 1 times table, no, I'm going to start my ones column, not my 1 times tables, start my ones column, and I'm going to do 6 times 9. 6 times 9 is going to give me 54. 6 times 2 is going to give me 12, add the 5 is going to give me 17, and then 6 times 7 is the next one I'd have to work out. I would have to do 6 times 7 is going to be 42, add the 1 is going to give us 43, okay? Now once we've got that, in fact I'll clear my board off because I'm conscious it's getting a little bit messy. Cross the 6 out, drop the 0 down. Now all I would do is I would go, right, okay, 1 times 9 is going to give me 9, 1 times 2 is going to give me 2, last one I'm going to do, 1 times 7 is going to give me 7. Line them all up over here, so we've got the thousands column here, and then we can just add them, can't we? 4 add 0 is going to give me 4, 7 add 9 is going to give me 16, 3 add 2 is 5, add the 1 is going to give me 6, and then 4 add 7 is going to give me 11, like that. So, 9 cubed times 4 squared is going to give me 11,664.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.